Today's guests are Leuner, and Danielle Moroux. We join their conversation in the Faculty Lounge.
Back in the 70s and early 80s, we had done some studies in the rural Tennessee area with handicapped children and augmentative communication devices.
Sure.
And so when I moved down here to Florida about 20 years ago, I was working mostly with the community colleges and did a lot of training, computer training. So I thought I could change majors, kind of change careers.
Okay,
But I stayed in the communications. I taught speech, just public speaking. And then about 6 years ago, UCF hired me to start basically bring technology to the communications department. And so I teach like a web design class that definitely it's not just online, it definitely teaches them web design, but it teaches them online communications in the classroom. Like online, it's mostly PR, advertising majors, or comm majors, organizational communication majors.
So you're not working with the handicapped at this point?
No, not anymore.
No. Do you miss that?
It took a lot out of me, like 8 years of doing that takes a lot out of you, so I thought I needed a break from that, but still stay working.
Right.
And,
So you teach web design, do you?
In the classroom and stuff.
And have you done that yourself? Have you had your own?
Yeah, I have right now I have my own company, but it's a software development company. We would do some web design with our software.
For what kind of marketplace?
Right now we're small to mid-sized market. We have a data backup program that's specifically for the small to mid-sized business that we market locally to small companies and nonprofit organizations, mostly to help with their backup problems and stuff. And
that keeps you busy, I bet.
Yeah, it does.
Plus teaching. And all of
and what's really nice, I think UCF is just so good about making sure that we are well-rounded as individuals, and that they do encourage instructors to start their own companies and stuff, because I belong to the UCF Tech Incubator, the technology
that's wonderful,
incubator.
And so nice for the students to have the opportunity and access to you with your personal experience.
Well, I'm tired of students saying, oh, well, they must just teach, they can't do anything. And so it's nice to go and prove them wrong when you can go in the classroom and go, look, I've done this, I do this, this is my business.
Absolutely.
And so I treat my class like a business, basically.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah, they have to shape up.
Now, you said UCF for 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years.
Long time. You've seen some changes, I bet.
God, when I started, it was like 27,000.
I know, and now at 45?
It's like 45,000. It's amazing.
Tell me about the size of your classes. Have they expanded over the years?
I try to keep them really small, like 25 at the most, because they have to have one-on-one computers, and I have to have a lot of assistants. I have like 6 assistants in the classroom to help me, because a lot of them are just learning new software. A lot of them they know a little bit about computers, but not as knowledgeable as, say, web design or some of the graphic art type functions that they have to do in web design. So I collaborate with the digital media department, collaborate with the tech writing department, collaborate with the English department, and bring all these like teaching assistants in the classroom.
That's terrific. So you really have an interdisciplinary approach to what you're doing.
And they have to teach. They have to create a website for a business, a real business.
Wonderful. So real life experience.
Real life experience.
That's great. And is this undergrad, grad,
undergrad?
Or both?
It's 4,000 level. But it's an undergrad class. I have 1 or 2 graduate students that come in that feel like they need it and stuff. But it's mostly undergrad.
Mostly undergrad. Do they really understand that they're getting this opportunity to create something and then use later on?
The ones that pick up really quickly on it, they're so thankful. And then the ones after they take it, they realize that their job portfolio has just increased tremendously, and they've increased. And I tell them all the time, this is what the job market's looking for, and you need to have these skills. So just get on it.
Absolutely.
And they're really appreciative of it and everything.
So that's wonderful.
It's pretty cool.
Yes, you've had some wonderful opportunities then at UCF to really
match
your own expertise and then bring it to the classroom.
And that's what I've been so thankful for. I mean, they let me develop it myself from scratch. They let me just, they they want to know what's going on, but they're open to a lot of the ideas that I have, and I haven't, you know, had too much. I've always hadn't had too many blocks in anything that I've wanted, and they've given me any of the software, all the computers I needed.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Really wonderful. Now tell me, your students really have to be in class, hands-on, not so much a web-based.
Right.
Because we're doing a lot of web-based education and
nursing. Yeah, tell me about that, because I know that y'all, and that would be kind of hard, I would think.
Well, it is a little bit, but, and I'm not quite sure how you would do that, but actually in some of our specialty areas in our master's program, it works very well for our graduate nurses, and we have a couple of totally online programs. Our master's in nursing leadership and management, for example, totally online, and it's perfect for the working nurse. You know, most of the
ones that are mostly at RMC or Florida Hospital.
Absolutely. You know, those that they're already nurses and they're out there working, you know, very vigorous hours, and now with the nursing shortage, the demands on them are even more so than ever before. So being able to take their classes and do what they need to at their own pace in their own time, you know, whenever they get off their shift or on a spare day or whatever, it really helps them. It really allows them to complete.
That? Is that
the last few years?
Okay.
Right, and actually we just put another track online, which is our nursing educator track, because there's a tremendous need for nursing faculty. And so in this past year, we put together a nursing master's track to prepare nurse educators. That's totally online. Wow. Thinking that we want to be accessible, we want to be out there and have a program that the nurses can take advantage of who want to be faculty members, but maybe don't have the time or the ability to sit in a classroom for the regular classroom hours. And so I think it'll be a very, very popular offering in our nursing program.
So you're seeing the shortages, and you're starting already to address the needs.
We're trying very hard to address the need, yes, in multiple ways, both at the undergrad and at the grad level. That just the need for nurses is tremendous. Nurses to enter the workspace, and then nurses with more advanced degrees. And actually in the last 3 years, we opened a doctoral program for a PhD in nursing. Oh, wow. And
would that be for to encourage faculty to for the nursing faculty and everything?
Absolutely, to allow for folks to get their PhD and then teach, do research, have a blended, do some research and teaching kind of a role. And it's been a very popular program, and we've been able to have classes only on a Friday, which makes it very accessible because this population, these folks many of them are teaching with a master's degree, and they know they need a doctoral degree. And so what they're able to do then is rearrange their work schedule to be at UCF on Fridays. Oh, okay. And we do web-mediated for our PhD students.
Web-mediated?
Web-mediated. So it means every other Friday the students come to class. And so that's become very, very popular.
So you still have some one-on-one with the students, but then it's mostly done for the web.
Exactly.
I've always wondered about that, like total web classes.
Right.
I always felt like you still need some one-on-one
and some socialization and interaction. And actually our doctoral students are really loving this format, because you're right, they get one Friday, they're face-to-face, they get to meet with their other colleagues in the classroom, work out problems, work on statistics together and so forth. And then the next week, they're on the web totally. Wow. And so it's a nice blend. Exciting. It is exciting. So I wonder maybe at some point that might work for you in your field.
Yeah, I've thought about that. Like we've offered, I know our department has offered speech online, and some of the gen ed classes across UCF has offered some online classes and stuff. And I've thought about that. I still like the face-to-face
interaction.
I still like the interaction with the students. Right. And my students need the one-on-one, like hands-on in the classroom to help them.
With the computer work.
Yeah, with the computer work, because some of them are a little intimidated by what they're doing, and you know, they get really not upset, but a little scared, and so they're afraid to do anything wrong, and they want to do it perfect.
Which validation that they're doing all right in the classroom.
And I do go around and give them a lot of one-on-one and
now, have you noticed over the years that the students come to you with more computer savvy, more expertise? Or maybe, do you see that with the work that you do?
You know, that's interesting. I would think that they would. Right. Because I tell them the first day of class, I go, look, y'all have had computers. I mean, I've been working with computers longer than you've been born. Right. So I would think that they've been with them all these, years. But when I do see them, the ones that do have the computer savvy, it's very split. I mean, they're either very computer savvy or they have some limited computer skills.
Okay.
There's not a lot of in between.
Isn't that interesting?
And I see it more and more, and it's kind of interesting. And I encourage them like to go to labs and go learn on their own.
Right.
And I bring in some other software that will help them and encourage them to learn more about what they can do, like with Word instead of just typing.
Right.
You can do all kinds of things with Word.
Sure.
Excel.
Sure.
And introduce them a little bit to database work and everything. But it's interesting. They're very, it's split.
It's split right down on both sides.
Yeah. And it's not male or female.
Right.
It's not, the age group at all. It's just some of them have gotten it and some of them are still struggling with
Interesting.
it. Yeah.
Now tell me, you teach mainly undergrad,
right.
not the grad at all. Do you ever see yourself going in that direction and teaching graduate students?
I don't think so at this point, because I am so busy with running the business too, that I haven't pursued any other higher education classes or anything, which I plan to maybe 10 years from now, go back and do something. But right now I'm just so busy with work and everything.
Right. And the software, your software business, did you create that software? Is that something you designed?
Actually, we fell into a lot of things with this business. And the nursing department was one of the ones to help me even get started in the business.
Oh my goodness, how did that happen? Tell me that background.
Yeah, I was working with a friend of mine, with some database work. That's my expertise.
Okay.
And the Winter Park Health Foundation needed some help with their database. And we knew the network person there.
Right.
And he told us to come in, and they were bringing in the nursing department at that time, Diane Wink and some other people.
Wonderful colleague, yes, one of the members of my faculty.
And the
great
Winter Park
lady.
Health Foundation wanted to really do some really good things. They wanted to redesign all their surveys, how they were collecting data, how they were getting data from their individual schools, and try to make it very seamless and help them with, of course, their government funding and everything.
Sure.
So they all came to us, we all came together, and one of the girls decided, well, Danielle, let's form a larger company, like an LLC. And they said, in order to do that, you have to have your own company.
All right.
And I was like, okay, whatever. So I'll
start
my own company.
You can do that.
So, and I didn't want to, but I said, okay, whatever. So we did that, and with the Winter Park Health Foundation, we just formed the LLC, and then we did a little bit of work with that, and then we slowly, the nursing department came in, and they were doing a lot of good work, especially with the statistics department.
We do a lot with Winter Park Health Foundation. It's been a wonderful partner of ours in the School of Nursing, absolutely, and Diane Wink has done a lot of that. Yes.
So tell me what they've been doing, because it's been like 3 years since I was
most
there.
recently we've been involved with a project that, and I don't know if you were involved in this, where we've been working with them with their initiative, working with the school health nurses, putting nurses in the schools, and then looking at how data is collected on the students and how services are rendered to the students, and tracking data and those kinds of coordination of efforts. And so nursing faculty have helped them look at how their data is being collected, what are they collecting, is it collectible data that can then be analyzed and utilized to improve services and so forth.
Excellent.
And so, yes, it's been a wonderful opportunity, and actually the School of Nursing has helped offer annually then a conference for all the school nurses to bring everybody together to talk about what they've done and address
So
some.
I've definitely expanded that program then.
It sounds like we have.
Yeah, because when I was there, when y'all were they were just coming in with the Winter Park. Like this was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, and I've only been
2002.
there just starting my 3rd year, so that would have been before my time at UCF. But the school nurse activities have been wonderful, and then through Winter Park Health Foundation, other faculty have been able to get grant funding to do other projects related to childhood asthma and other things, and so they've been very generous. It's been a great partnership to work with them.
And I thought that was so needed too. I mean, and it's, again, it's so nice to see that UCF just has that capability to bridge with community and the business community, and then of course nonprofit community.
It really does. It's amazing, the partnerships. We have a lot of partnerships as well in nursing, where we've gone out and worked with the community and developed partnerships with the YMCAs, and been able to work with senior centers and other locations to bring in our nurses and to be able to look at the health needs in the environment and assess those needs and develop some activities, interventions with our students to meet the needs of the community. And
yeah, I just thought that was
it's
so
nice
good.
when you can do that. And
y'all were using some multidisciplinaries also too, weren't you? Going across, like the public health also was in there doing some statistics analysis.
They are,
and we're working with some other colleges in UCF, doing a lot of other
we are,
programs.
yes. Absolutely, and I think we could probably do some more. I love interdisciplinary education. In fact, one of the first things I did early in my career was work in a lecture with some other respiratory therapists and physical therapists, and really work together to show our students how we all need to work as an interdisciplinary team. And I'm sure you remember that, working with the handicapped.
Yeah, we always had a team. We always had
a team approach.
Occupational therapist, physical therapist, the psychologist,
right.
Speech therapist.
Yes, absolutely. And that's a very rich environment when you can all come together and share your expertise, but then also, of course, help the patient in the end and help your students to understand that none of us work in isolation.
Right.
You know, we all really must work together and appreciate, you know, the expertise that we all bring to the patient situation.
And I enjoyed that a lot too, up in Tennessee, because we would go into the homes, like the Birth to 3 programs.
You did?
Yeah, in the rural areas of Tennessee and stuff, and we worked very closely with the families. And, and it was good that it wasn't like, you know, the OT comes in and works, and then the physical, we all worked together. You know, we were doing they were doing language therapy too, and I was doing some occupational therapy too, so it was definitely a team effort.
How wonderful.
That was
a great experience.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. It was.
Now, were you able to do any of that in Florida, or have you, or
I
no?
did some. When I came to Florida, I was doing some speech pathology work, and then I went to the nursing home area, and I did some speech pathology in the Leesburg, Eustis area, Mount Dora area.
Right, but with a different population. Totally different population.
Totally different population.
Yes.
So
did you like that as much as the other work with the youngsters?
I think I preferred the youngsters. It was really hard, and that's when it got very emotionally draining.
Oh, I bet.
When I went from that to the nursing home area. That's where I pretty much reached my limit.
I can
I
totally
did. I
imagine.
really did.
It is difficult, and it's difficult to be out and about in the community and do that kind of work.
Right.
At the same time that you're teaching, and then probably working on your own business and the other activities you've been doing to create your software.
Right.
And make the business run.
It was, and then after we got the business going, we were doing mostly just providing informational technology services to small businesses, and then we felt like there was a lull, and a friend of mine suggested we go take a tour of this huge data center in Kissimmee, and we didn't even know it was there. It's this monstrosity of a building that's just like a bunker that's built. It's got 7-foot cement walls. It's built near the Kissimmee Airport. A lot of people don't even know it's out there.
Right.
It was built by the gentleman that started the Home Shopping Network. He put in money into this huge data center.
And what's there?
It's right now it's a fulfillment center where they do some fulfillment for the Home Shopping Network. Like whenever somebody orders something, they will send it out and ship it out and everything. And then a huge data center that's just got servers and just this building that is beautiful.
That's
And
amazing.
we took a tour of it, and we were so impressed with it that we thought we'd offer some off-site data storage. So that instead of having people scramble around looking for their data and trying to find it or anything, and anything happen to their servers or whatever, at least they'd be able to back up. Back it up.
Right.
So so we thought we'd offer that, and they were looking at software that's already out there, and the gentleman, the programmer that was working with me, said, well, I'll just make something. And so he thought he'd just, I know, he thought he'd just
create it.
Yeah, create it, and
he
did. And then we showed it to the data center, and they were like, we think you might have something. So we started, we put a provisional patent on it. And then this past year we filed for a full patent on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's
to file for a patent.
exciting.
Yes.
It's
a lot of work.
A lot of work.
Yes.
It's exciting. A lot of money.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It costs quite a bit.
All right.
But learning a lot about the ins and outs of the patent office and what you can say and what you can do and what you have to have and how you have to apply and certain things like if you want to apply for a foreign patent or if you want to apply for a U.S. patent and all the countries that recognize U.S. patents and don't. It's
but a whole other world.
It was a learning experience.
Yes, yes.
But it was good.
So you applied. Do you get it right away, or you went?
No,
how does that work?
We applied. Now we've applied. So we put a year. It's really good. They tell you to put a year into provisional.
Okay.
So that costs like $1,500, which is, and for provisional that means that you have a year to perfect your product, and then to see if you want to file for full.
Oh, okay.
Which is really good, and it puts you in that. It puts you at the top.
So does that mean it's time to work out kinks or things?
Right,
or is
it's time to work out all the kinks, get a beta test going, get some software out there in people's hands and stuff.
Now, do you have to research up front that there's no other patent for an item like yours?
Actually, we did a lot of that, which you don't have to. Either the law firm can do it for you, but I had a marketing director that just was a little bulldog, and she found all kinds of stuff.
Very interesting.
And which was really good was the stuff that she found we were able to add to our program and make it better.
Okay, okay.
So that's one thing you'd want to do on your own if anybody ever has a company like that is to definitely research the patents that are out there, find what's not out there, find what the governing laws are now, and then try to find something you can already incorporate into your software.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
So you're in provisional so
we're in full patent.
You're in full patent right now.
We're in full patent right now.
Oh, that's exciting!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, we'll see. And then you have to wait. Then now you wait for either a year or 2 years for the patent office to say okay. Then they give you the actual patent, or they say no. There's already software out there like it.
All right.
We think we have a good possibility.
You think you've got a good shot
at
I
think we do. I think I wouldn't have gone this far if I didn't think we had a good shot. And I've asked a lot of people locally in this area. And I've gone to a lot of the national conferences and stuff, the Storage Networking World Conference. They have one here locally every fall that I go to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Right in Orlando.
Right now,
Oh, that's terrific.
I know, it worked out so well.
Yes, yes.
Who would have
and
thought?
Here you are.
It's been, like I said, just sequence of events.
Interesting learning experience for you.
I would have never thought I'd be in this.
I was going to say, you've come a long way
from
doing speech work with handicapped
I know.
to having your own company and having it patented.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be here, to tell you the truth.
Did you always want to teach?
As a child. Well, actually, when I was in college at the University of Tennessee, that's where I got my master's, I thought this is such a cool place to be. And then I looked around, it's like, oh, people actually work here. So I could be a professor and work here. So that's why I decided to become a professor.
Wonderful,
because I just thought that academia is such a cool place to be in.
It is.
And it's so creative. I mean, there's not a lot of rules and regulations that I have on whatever I need to do. Maybe some other people that I talk to on other campuses and stuff have problems, other colleges and stuff, but I don't have those problems.
No, and I don't see that either.
Isn't
really,
that
it's
nice?
a very open, welcoming environment where you're allowed to really, reach for all opportunities for your students and bring breadth and depth of material to the classroom. So it's really a very good place to be.
I know. I'm just so thankful to be at this university. I mean, I say that a lot to a lot of my friends and stuff.
Right.
And they think that you're in the right place. Just stay where
I think
you
it's
are.
a neat time to be at the university too, given the changes and the growth and more students and opportunities to work with different populations. And I don't know, are you in your area, if you're teaching on any other campus sites? We are, but I don't know if other programs are.
I think we do go to Seminole. I think has on the Seminole Community College. I think we have, because public speaking is under communications.
That's what I was wondering.
We have to offer public speaking in a lot of different campuses. So because it's such a big, it's a required course, and everybody has to take it, and there's so many students trying to take it that we're trying to offer it everywhere. So I think we do have some at the sites at the Seminole and downtown.
I think the
downtown
UCF
Orlando.
Downtown campus. That's a great site. Have you been down there?
Yeah.
It was just a little treasure to find that incredible site sitting downtown and opportunities to be right in the heart of Orlando. as they're growing and changing and building like crazy down there.
And the UCF Tech Incubator uses it quite a bit for a lot of their seminars and everything.
Now, where are they located? Where's the incubator?
They're in the Research Park area,
okay.
Not very far from campus. If you go down I think it's Guinness Drive.
Okay.
Guinness Drive, or you go down there.
On the back side of campus.
On the back side, right. They're right there.
I didn't realize that.
And then also they have a they're partnered with the Disney Entrepreneur Center, the National Entrepreneur Center. So they have a place also downtown in the Landmark Center.
See, I didn't know. See, you're teaching me all these new things.
And they definitely try to expand. And they have office space too. They have office space downtown, office space in off of Kirkman, and office space in the Research Park area.
Now, do you work with all those folks regularly, or how do you interact with them?
Right now, I go to most of the seminars that they offer, and then they really, if you need to talk with like management, if you need leadership, if you need accounting, you know, somebody to talk to about accounting, if you need somebody to talk to about especially the patent attorneys, they offer a lot of one-on-one, and some of the people will pro bono, like some of the lawyers will come in and do some pro bono one-on-one with you and stuff.
Wonderful. What a good resource.
It is an excellent resource. And like I said, they really encourage professors to have startup companies.
That's incredible.
I was surprised. I thought it was like taboo. I thought, oh no, you're not supposed to say anything. You know? Don't say you have a company. But now it's because
quite welcome.
Yeah.
Right. Now, how big is your department at UCF?
We have a fairly large department. In terms of